Hey everyone, Lewis aka Spider-Man 1991 here with another comic book for the week, where I take one comic out of my weekly comic book polls and decide what is the one comic that you should get this week. And my choice is Batman issue number 30. This is another interlude to the War of Jokes and Riddles story arc that's going on. And it's basically another interlude that follows the tale of Kite Man. And it is incredibly well done. Honestly, I think the most memorable thing about Tom King's run on Batman is his portrayal of Kite Man, because in this issue we find out that, picking up from the way last issue ended, was Bruce Wayne trying to decide, realizing that he needed to pick a side in this war in order to help end it. And the side that we find out in this issue that the side Batman chooses to be on is the Riddler side. And so throughout the entire issue, we see Batman, since joining the Riddler side, he's slowly taking out every member of Joker's army, to the point where Joker is like giving this huge speech saying like, "For those that are left here, you are the victors and you are triumphant." And then we cut to the theater and no one is in there except Kite Man. And Kite Man's also the figure that we follow throughout this issue. And the whole time though, the letterboxes are just a conversation he played between him and his son, who by the way is deceased, about how one day Kite Man's son Charlie heard his mom say that his dad was a joke, and then Kite Man's explained to him that, you know, yeah, I am a joke, but should I quit just in order for them to stop calling me that? No, the best thing I can do is just laugh with it. And the funny thing is, like, Kite Man's like with every single criminal that gets taken down by Batman, until finally Kite Man's the only one left, and Batman and Riddler have him captive because he is the number one guy in Riddler's army that would know everything and would pretty much figure out where Riddler will go now that his entire army is basically captured. So yeah, honestly, I have loved the interludes between the War of Jokes and Riddles arc. So far, the entire arc has been fascinating. I really want to buy it once it comes out in trade so I can have it in like a continuous format, one cohesive format, and I can read every single issue one after the other, because usually I just seal these things up when I'm done with them. But this is the second, like I said, this was the second interlude that involved Kite Man. The first one involved him losing his son to both Joker and Riddler trying to convince pre-Kite Man to join one of their sides, but then ultimately, after his son dies and Riddler's responsible, Kite Man decides to join the Joker's army. And that issue was like very well done, honestly. And also, even before War of Jokes and Riddles, we've seen Kite Man appear a couple of times in the Batman title written by Tom King. So, and honestly, they've been like short little funny moments, and just the way he's been portraying this character during the War of Jokes and Riddles, the idea that he's adding so much depth to this character feels awesome. And it reminded me a lot of the way Batman the Animated Series treated several of their villains, Clayface, Mr. Freeze, Two-Face, painting them in a more sympathetic light. And I think that's something that makes the Batman titles awesome. And honestly, if you're not reading Batman now, you should, because this is a great story arc. I will say this, for the War of Jokes and Riddles, I believe we only have 2 issues left, so this isn't exactly a good jumping on point, but if you want, you can look up the 2 Kite Man interludes, and I think those will hold you over until the full trade paperback comes out with the entire story arc. So yeah, that is my comic book pick for the week. What did you guys think? What was your favorite comic this week? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you again for watching. I'm Spider-Man 1991. Remember, you can follow me on all my social media links, which are in the video description below. Thank you again for watching. Remember to stay subscribed and notified. Later.